Hi people, I'm just trying to get connected to my other device. Whoops. All right, looks like we're all set. I see some people have joined me. Okay, I see people are getting on. I see Sharon's here, my sister Kathy, Joanne, Anita, Brenda, welcome. Okay. I did have a little bit of an issue trying to get on. Let me just move this just a little bit. All right, looks good here. Hope it looks good on your end. Something is causing a shadow. There we go. All right, I guess we'll get started. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Diane and Brenda and Anita. Welcome, Patsy. Yes, we did have a beautiful day today here in Maine. It's still pretty gorgeous out there right now. Okay, we're going to get started. So we have a brand new month, a brand new host code. So this is the host code. If your order is less than $150 and you need a host code, I would so appreciate it very much if you would use this. The next little piece of housekeeping is my new paper share for this month. I did have some samples of paper. Where did I put them? So next month's paper share is the beautiful Hues of Happiness. I did show it to you last week. So in my paper share, I only have 12 kits. So they sell out quickly, so if you want them. I did have to go up $1 because everything... Check your volume, Diane. Is anybody else not hearing me? Hi, Cindy. Can people hear me okay? Yeah. I'm going to wait for a couple of people to respond. Cindy says she hears me fine. Kathy hears me fine. So check your volume, Diane, on the side of your tablet or your phone or whatever. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So I only have 12 kits because with the shortage and stuff, I want to make sure that I have enough supplies for everybody. So in your kit, you're going to get a fourth of a package of the Designer Series paper. It is cut 6 by 6, a half a package of embellishments, some twine or ribbon, a complete card in your kit, and then 3 cards to make the sample like I send you. And the cost is $16. I need to know if you want that kit. Pickup will be on the 26th. I will also have in-program classes if somebody wants to come and do it here. I do have 2 tickets left to the co-op on Saturday. So if you would like to come and you haven't purchased a ticket yet, please reach out to me and we can connect on how you can get that payment to me. So I look forward to seeing all my friends on Saturday. We do have a few new people joining us, which will be exciting as well. So I think that just about covers that housekeeping stuff. Okay, so let me just so that when this goes over to YouTube, people know who's talking. My name is Corinne Sandin. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've been teaching stamping and scrapbooking for over 20 years here in Royston, Auburn area. I'm so happy that you all could join me. I see somebody has beautiful sunflowers for their profile picture. Beautiful, beautiful. So tonight's projects, we're going to learn about using bleach. This is one card, and this is the second card. You pull it out here. So you can use bleach in a couple of formats. Regular old household bleach. I would recommend, I can't wait for Saturday either. I would highly recommend that if you have respiratory problems, this may not be something you want to do because it can cause respiratory problems. The second piece is please make sure in a well-ventilated area. The third one is do not use this bleach process on anything other than red stamps. Do not use it on your photopolymer because it will have a chemical reaction. So we're going to get started with this one first. I have a couple of tricks for you. Let me gather my supplies here. So let me see what I have. Whoops. I'm telling you people, some days I could go crazy and not. I had all the stuff cut. It was right in front of me, but I'll grab another one. So this one's a little bit smaller. How I created this one was I just used some scraps I had in my pile of stuff. So I'm going to cut this to 4. This is that beautiful, beautiful Starry Sky color. Well, thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. It's so much fun to make. So I'm cutting this out standard mat that everybody knows. That's 4 by 5 1/4. So technique number 1. Okay, so technique number 1 is I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it through this lovely pretty flowers and emboss it. So I do have an electric embossing machine because I have a lot of joint issues. So I'm going to do that first. So you will hear it. I've had frozen shoulder, frozen thumb. All right. So technique number 1 on this card, so you can see how beautiful that is. And it's also one of those that's pretty either way. This is the embossed side. This is the debossed side. I'm going to use the embossed side. And have you ever liked to have something, hope that sunflower fits on that piece, look like chalk? Well, we sell a white craft ink pad, and I'm using my stamping blending brushes. I'm going to pick up a little bit of this white, and then I'm going to use it so it looks like chalk. For those of you that like that look. And it does, this particular blue paper has a little bit of a purple hue to it. I love this color. I love all the new colors. I think they did an awesome job this year. So there. See how it looks like it's chalk? It is so cool. Get a little bit up here. It does pick up quick, so you don't want to tap your stamp pad too hard, but you can buff some of it out. All right, so that's chip number 1. We close this up. So I'm going to emboss this piece of, I can't even think of what my colors are called. Oh my God, Colleen. My brain is blank. Balmy Blue, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to first, since we don't sell the embossing buddy anymore, just using a used dryer sheet so that the embossing powder doesn't stick to it. Then I'm going to take my Versamark ink pad and tap dance across this beautiful sunflower. I'm so happy that this got carried over. As you all know, I absolutely love sunflowers. I'm going to stamp it right down here, actually a little bit off because I want to stamp the greeting across the top. So the sunflower comes out of this stamp set right here. It's not a bundle anymore. When I first got it, it was, but you can still purchase both of them. Don't need that. So that should be good. I'm going to bring it up so you can see how the Versamark leaves like a watermark. And if it doesn't stamp perfect, it's okay. Give yourself permission to say it's okay. So now I'm sprinkling some embossing powder, silver. So there's the embossing powder. Now I can dump this right back into the jar. You can use scrap paper like this, or a coffee filter works really well too. Let me set that aside a minute. I'm going to heat this up. I have the old embossing gun, so the ones that are new are much fancier than this, but it works. So the tips with embossing, you want to start at one particular place and hold it there till it gets shiny and then move. Don't wave this like a wand, because what will happen is you'll lose some of your spots. So I'm going to start at noon. I'm going to bring it up so hopefully you can see it getting shiny. There it goes. So I'm slowly moving it clockwise. Now that I've done it all, I can wave it a little bit just to make sure I didn't miss anything. So now you can see it's all shiny with the silver. My embossing powder is silver. Okay, so now I'm going to use, I don't know if you're familiar, but we have some new water painters. In the old catalog, a couple years ago, they only came in a package of 2. Now they come in a package of 3. I'm going to use the center one. Then I took a plastic case that I have. It's actually a photo case. I put a piece of paper towel in there, and you can see I have a little bit of bleach in there. I do not have, oops, I do have some water in this. I got to take that out. You don't want any water. Let me dump this. Must be from the last time I used it. So we're going to use this like a paintbrush. I got to get it back together here. All right. So I just have a little bit of bleach here. I'm just going to pick it up like a paintbrush and watch as I paint. It's going to bleach out wherever there isn't any embossing powder. You can use a regular paintbrush, but the problem is some of the regular paintbrushes, the bristles will react to the bleach. These are nylon bristles, so they won't react. You can see over here how it's already starting to change. So I'm trying to stay within the little, but it's okay if you get a little bit out. So I'm just painting. Some of you know I've started painting, teaching myself how to paint. Like I need another hobby, but I absolutely just love it. It's so relaxing and refreshing for me. So there, it's going to keep reacting. It's usually done in about 10 minutes or so. I'll make sure I got enough here. There we go. So for now, I'm just going to wipe this off with a baby wipe to get as much of the bleach off. And then when we're done the presentation, I will take it under the sink and rinse it well with water. So you can see that that's still reacting. You could speed up the process a little bit if you wanted to use your embossing gun. Heat embossing. So I'm going to stamp right up here using the same color blue ink as this paper. So tap dance lightly because this is a new pad, so it's very, very wet. So I'm just going to hold that there for a few seconds. Wonderful, Sharon. I know, Patsy, it is the coolest thing. And I love how it does its own variation. You can go back over it with more bleach if you want. I think eventually it would probably burn a hole if you did it too much, but I've never gotten to that point. All right, let me grab a card base here. Basic white, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Using my favorite adhesive, Tombow. Remember, when you emboss things, you need to either use a wet glue or Seal Plus or your strong, heavy, double-sided tape. I'm going to hold that down just for a minute while it attaches. So see how pretty that is? I mean, you could just put a greeting on it. It's gorgeous. So this is still working away. I'm going to put some Stampin' Dimensionals behind it. Take off my back ends. Oops, that one didn't come. There we go. And then I'm going to stick this on. So this piece is a little bit smaller than this one. I will put the measurements to one of them on tomorrow. So while you're watching that, I'm going to gather my other supplies. So I'm going to show you on this piece how to do this card here. But I already had a piece that was already, but I just wanted to show you how a different color can create. So this right here is bleached. So that's why I created the little bleach pad, I guess you would call it. It's the best word I know. So I'm using this beautiful fern from one of our new products, Nature's Print. I absolutely love. Oh, Anita likes the smaller one better. Nice. Yeah, it showcases the paper better. I absolutely love this stamp set. It is so gorgeous. It comes with a set of dies. I've started buying these thicker little bags, and I keep them right in my stamp set. So let me just get this out of the way a little bit. So like I told you, I took about a cap full of bleach, and I put a wet paper towel. And now I'm going to dip it. Use this like a stamp pad. I wouldn't mush down too hard, because see how wet it gets? Then you just hold it there for about 10 or 15 seconds. And we're going to watch it together. It'll be interesting to see what color it turns on this paper. So see that green purple hue comes out. Let's try another one. So this one was a little wetter. There's that scrap paper. Let me bring in my scrap paper again. I can get some of these edges. So every color you do, you will get a different effect. So again, the way to clean this is I'm going to take a baby wipe it off right away. I wouldn't suggest that you scrub it on your Stampin' Scrub if you have one. Then I'm going to take one more while this is... So this one, it comes out much different, almost like a green. That's interesting. So every color and whatever your concentration of bleach is, will make it come out different. So you can see I got that pretty clean now. I don't have to worry about that bleach. But to keep my stamp in tip-top shape, I'm going to put some olive oil on it, I call it. You just take your Versamark pad, stamp it all over, and just let it sit there till the next time you use it. It's not going to hurt your stamp at all. And it's like putting face cream. So as you can see, this is going to take a little bit of time to dry. So I already did one for demonstrating purposes. So that paper was this Starry Sky. This one here was Night of Navy. And you can see when I stamped it, you get a much different image. So again, your basic white, 5.5 by 8.5. This is a piece of the paper that corresponds with this suite of products. So I'm just going to attach that with a little bit of Tombow. 4 by 5.25. Hi, Carolyn. I'm so glad to see you here tonight. So as you can see on my sample, the Night of Navy goes from the top to the bottom. So I'm going to line this up on my grid sheet because it helps me stay straight. I don't know about any of you guys, but I have a problem sometimes getting things straight. So let's get a little bit of Tombow as close to the edges as we can. I want to come in about 1/2 inch, so I'm going to line this up. So I can see this nice solid line. Line that up. Press it down and hold it for just a few seconds. Then we have this beautiful, beautiful vellum wreath that is die cut from the wreath of this stamp set. So if you buy the bundle, you save a little bit, 10%. So this is the wreath that I can see all kinds of things for fall with this. So I'm going to take, because this is vellum, it's a porous surface, I'm just going to take a couple of drops of my Tombow in discreet places. Just a dab. There's some little parts that I didn't punch out, but it's okay. So I'm going to center this as best as I can. Hold it down for a few seconds on those spots. Then this die cut is also from that same beautiful stamp set. Okay, so the stamp is on my table here somewhere. I don't think I put it back, but maybe. You never know. Let's look in the stamp set. Nope. You could see my table. I'm sure you all can relate to it. So I'm just going to show you the words here because I'm sure it's right in front of me, but you know how when you're looking for something you can't find it. Then I wanted to try this one. I had some leftover. Do you guys remember these? The holiday rhinestones. I wanted to see what it would look like. I'm flipping my little spatula, the pickup tool. So I'm putting on an odd number if I can. Because remember, an odd number is more appealing to the eyes. Let's take one more quick scan, see if I can see that words at. I had everything right here. Well, I don't want to keep you while I'm looking. So let's put another word. Let's try another word from that stamp set. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Oh, you're on my mind. I like that. Let's use that, huh? We all have lovely people that we're always thinking of. They're always on our mind, huh? I just want to thank people, too, that may be on here that sent a card to my poor grandson who was bullied. He has been so happy when he goes to the mail and sees your beautiful, beautiful cards. He says store-bought cards aren't made with love. How sweet is that? I love this die cut. So let me see if I do it this way. I'm hoping it fits. It's hard to see over the camera, but I'll do my best. Oh, oh, how beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? Oh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So again, I'm going to use some wet glue. Because of the vellum, I really want to make sure it's adhered. Put it right smack in the middle and hold it down. Me too, Ronnie. I love the font. Let me bring in the other one. Yep, Anita, I have to agree with you. I think I do like the smaller one. So I'll probably put the measurements up for the smaller one. Hopefully in the next couple of days. I have a huge crop on Saturday. Most everything's done. I just have a bunch of last minute things to do. So I hope you like these projects tonight. Again, the pointers with using bleach is make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. You do not use it on your photopolymer. It has to be the red, or if you have some really old stamps that might be purple or blue, that's fine. No photopolymer. Okay? Take care, everybody. Let me see if there's any questions I need to answer before I sign off. Awesome. I can't wait to see you guys on Saturday, those of you that are coming. And thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next week with Fun Folds. Bye-bye now. Good night. Take care. Be safe. Bye-bye.